class?
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, let us all stand and before we start our discussion, let us all stand and feel the presence of God through. Okay, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Uy, Leslie, hindi ka nakakatayo sa Indra. Uy, sorry. Indra, school mo ko. Kita ni Sir Jill.
Ayan, hindi kita.
Halika daw, sorry. Ulit sa lahat.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Before taking your seats, kindly pick up the piece of trash under your chair and arrange your chairs properly. Okay. Now, class secretary, is there any absent for today?
None, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Now, last week we have discussed the media-based arts and designs in the Philippines, specifically the photography. Now, who can recall the information about photography? Yes, Miss?
As I recall, it is the art of capturing light with a camera, usually a digital camera, in order to take photos.
Okay, very good. Now, who are the two award-winning photographers in the Philippines? Yes, Miss
George Tapan and John Chu.
Okay, that's right. It's George Tapan and John Chua. I'm glad that you have understood our last topic. Now we will move on to our next topic, which is the media-based arts in the Philippines, specifically the film. Before we start, kindly read our objectives for today. Mr. Dico?
Okay, discuss the background of film and allied arts of filmmaking. B. Realize that technology is an effective and vibrant tool for empowering a person. C. Create a short film on local topics, issues, and concerns in the Philippines.
Okay, thank you. Now at the end of the lesson, this should be achieved. Okay. Do you feel excited about our lesson for today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Before we start, we will be having an activity. I want to hear your beautiful voices. Now for your activity 1, this entitled Your Line Sounds Familiar. Now, kindly read the direction, Miss Krisha. Okay, thank you. Now, I will sing the Baby Shark song, and as I sing, I will pass this ball. And this ball contains a piece of paper with instructions inside. Now, when I stop singing, you will pick a piece of paper here and do the instructions written on it. Okay? Are my instructions clear?
Yes, ma'am.
May tanong kayo? May tanong ka? Okay. Sa'yo na. Ipapasa mo yan once na kumanta na ako ng Baby Shark. Okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Baby Shark. No. Ipapas mo lang. Baby Shark. Baby Shark. Baby Shark. Mommy Shark. Okay. Next. Stand up. Kindly read what's written on it.
There's a famous line of John read on one more time. She lost me at my words. You had me at my best, but dinaliwala mo ang lahat and choose to break my heart for the future.
Well, eating what?
For the chocolate.
Chocolate? Chocolate? Okay. Kaya mo ba? Kindly please stand here. Idadab mo lang yung sinabi ni John Lloyd Cruz. But,
Dahil pwede magpasa yung lumalabas na. Dahil pwede rin magano.
Yung nakapag-ano na, hindi na. Sige, sige.
Pinipili
Can you read?
That is the famous line of Teresa's Tere alam mungkin. Baliw ang nagsasabing isinirang na ang aking rivalyo. Never make it you nothing but a second place. Dahil
Copy.
While ano?
when crying mo.
While crying. Okay.
Wala to ba?
Kaya ka na lang go. Ako mo yan. Kaya mo yan.
Yay, copy ka!
Mainit pa yung nagagawin.
Never ready?
You'll never make it, you're nothing but a second life. Kaya don't try.
Oh, hindi ka lang umiyak. Okay, sige. Okay, let's move on. Isa na? Okay. Lapit na. Tatlo na lang ah. Baby shark. Baby shark. Baby shark.
Pasado guys.
Love the famous line of Claudine Barreto. Barreto ang Milan. Mahal mo ba ako dahil kailangan mo ako ng interview o kailangan mo ako dahil while eating ka naman?
Okay.
Ang mahal sa
Here you go. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
Mahal mo ba ako kahit kailangan mo? Kung kailangan mo ako dahil mo.
Oh!
The best.
The last two. Okay?
Yun.
Let's see. Baby shark. Baby shark. Ikaw na. Sige. Mag-volunteer ka na pala dito sa akin. Okay.
Ay, hindi ma'am. Sige po.
Sige na, okay na. Pili ka na.
Ano pala ito eh?
Sabi sa inyo, isa na lang natin sila. Bigay mo na sa kanya.
Andyan na.
Akala ko gano'n kasi.
Okay. Time limit. Stand up.
Bea Alonso. Love the famous line of Bea Alonso and one more chance. Kasi ang totoo, maasa pa rin akong sasabihin mo sana ako pa rin. Ako na lang. Ako na lang ulit. Gagawin mo. Ulit ko.
Okay. Okay, nagkasada ko sa TikTok na yan, di ba?
Okay,
Ang
di ba
tawas
tayo
lang
naman?
ako.
Sige. Okay.
Ang design na na.
Basa. Acting nga. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Kasi yung...
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Action!
Kasi ang totoo, maasa pa rin akong sasabihin. Sana ako pa rin. Sana ako na lang. Sana ako ulit.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Now? Okay, so based on our activity, what do you think is our topic for today? Anyone? So nakita niyo naman na yung mga inactive nyo is mga famous lines na mga Filipino tales. So again, based on our activity, what do you think is our topic for today?
I think based on the activity we have today, our topic for today is about
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Now we will move on to our discussion. But before I discuss, we'll be watching a video clip, and this will be answered afterwards. Can you read, Miss Alison?
what did you like to read?
Yeah.
What art form is chosen in the video? Is filmmaking is considered a true mother tongue?
Yeah. Okay. Now I want you to pay attention and observe the video clip because this will be answered afterwards.
So that's what Pandora actually looks like. James Cameron's Avatar is one of the most visually stunning films ever made. But what does it look like without all the CGI?
The animators have taken what the actors are doing and gone beyond that.
Neytiri lives a pretty unique lifestyle as one of the Na'vi on the planet of Pandora. One of the things that we see Neytiri partake in is drinking water from a leaf. But because director James Cameron loves to rely on technology innovation, the way that the scene was actually filmed without CGI may surprise you. Zoe Saldana was required to work with a gray plastic contraption to model as the leaf while holding a water bottle covered in duct tape to simulate water coming from the tape. We guess that's why they call it movie magic.
It's the most high-tech film in terms
I said earlier, after watching the video, you will answer these questions. Now, who wants to answer question number 1? What did you notice in the video? Who wants to answer? None.
Mommy and
Okay.
I was amazed at how the film was created, but I have noticed also that it shows the behind the scene wherein the members of the film are working together, collaborating their ideas in order to successfully done the film.
Okay, that's right. Now, in the video, you have noticed the behind the scenes of the movie Avatar. And as you see, the actors and actresses are much different from the real movie. Now, from number 2, what art form is shown in the video? Yes, Miss Alea?
Not the art form that was shown in the video about film.
Yes, that's right. The Avatar movie is a film. Now, number 3 is filmmaking considered a true modern art form. Who wants to answer? Yes, Miss Alison? Yes, okay. Now, filmmaking is considered a modern art form because of the use of technologies. As you've seen earlier, they use different kinds of technologies in order to make that kind of movies. Now, we will move on to our discussion. Film. And can you read, Miss Michaela?
At an early May motion picture declared that film brought yet another dimension to state that of movie reached the possibilities of the human creating new art form was to become a part of the social and economic legacy of the 20th century world.
Okay, thank you. Now, film. Its early name is motion pictures. Before it was called film, it was first called as motion pictures. The film brought another dimension into play moving images. Dati, ang film is talagang pictures lang siya na pinagdikit-dikit para magkaroon ng isang film. And ganun yung mga ginagawa dati kasi wala pa tayong technologies noon. And now na meron na tayong mga technologies na mga advanced, mas gumaganda na yung mga napapanood natin sa TV. Okay? Let's now move on to the different allied art forms of video making. But before that, we will have an activity. I will group you into 3. Okay? Okay na yan. 1, 2, 3. I have here an envelope. 3 envelope that consists of pictures. What you need to do is guess the names in the okay, example. I will give you an example. Okay, I have here that, you need to connect. So, hulaan nyo na lang kung ano ba itong picture na to dun sa mga names na binigay ko. Okay? Are my instructions clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For group 1, group 2, group 3. I have here the name. Dito. And after that, we will post the pictures with the names in the front. You have 10 minutes to do that activity. So the time is 12:23. We will end the activity in 12:33. After nyo madikit-dikit yung mga pangalan, ipupost nyo dito sa ulan. Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Okay, let's find out if your answers are all correct. For the Group 1, we have 2 wrong. Baliktad po. Then Group 2. Okay, very good. Group 3. Okay, very good. The only Group 1 has a wrong. It's alright. Now let's move on to field directive. Can you read? Miss Alea?
Field directives provide ideas, images, sounds, and other effects to create this unique piece of art. The field director conceptualizes the scenes, directs the acting, supervises the scenic
emotions or they're gonna burst out, and they are the one that is capable of conceptualizing the scene. Sa film directing, sila yung alam na nila kung ano yung mangyayari dun sa mismong film. Sila na yung may idea na dapat sundin ng mga actors and actresses, and also the cinematographers to be able to create a nice and amazing film. Next. Now, these are the numerous allied arts. First one is the acting, cinematography, editing, and production design. Now, let's discuss first the acting. Can you read, Mr. Jacob?
Being an actress is expressing herself with a exaggerating expression and pretending to be somebody else in impressive through the help of gesture and sound, which is the art of performing gives life to the written word.
Okay, the actors and actresses are the one that gives life to the written works of the scriptors. They are capable of acting, memorizing, and etc. Being an actor and actresses, you should not, if ever man na may actor or actress kayo soon, you should not exaggerate your emotions. Dapat sakto lang, huwag kayo yung OA, huwag naman kayo masyadong matamlay, yung ganon. Dapat sundin nyo rin yung sinasabi ng director sa inyo kasi papagalitan kayo. Next is the cinematography. Can you read this?
The art of technique of motion picture photography. Being the cinematographer, you are the one who was in charge of capturing the scenes of the story based on the director's imagination or concept and applying the special techniques on it and make it more realistic.
Okay, in cinematography, the cinematographers are the one that is, they're the one who holds the camera and captures the scenes of the actors and actresses. Sila yung mas may alam dun sa paghawak ng camera, sila yung may alam dun sa kung paano yung angulo, kung paano i-shot yung mismong scene na yun. Then next one is the editing. Can you read Miss Edson?
Editing. The film editors are the one who selects and choose the precise sections of the videos taken which will be part of the movie.
Okay. In a film, hindi naman mabubuo ang isang film kung wala tayong editors, right? The editors, they are the one capable of cutting the parts that are not part of the film. Sila yung nag-edit ng mga, di ba sa isang film meron tayong bloopers. Siyempre tinatanggal nila yun para mas maayos yung magiging kahihinatnan ng film. And next is the production or set design. Can you read, Miss Ali?
Production or set design. Our film producer is a person who oversees film production. Producers monitor the various aspects of film production, such as selecting the script, coordination, writing, directing, editing, and arranging films. They were assigned the automations, rendering, sets, lighting, tools, and props.
Okay, for the production or set design, they are the one responsible in the costumes of the actors. They are the one responsible for choosing the right place or right settings in where the actors will act. Sila din yung bahala sa mga ilaw, kung gaano ba kadilim or what type of ilaw ba, kung fairy lights ba or Christmas lights, ganon. And sila din yung bahala dun sa mga props, like kung may props man, like yung mga, paano ba may props sa yung mga TV, yung mga upuan doon, sila bahala doon. Okay. So again, what are the numerous allied arts of photography,
Editing.
and isa pa niyo na rin si film directing. Okay? Now that you have learned the different numerous allied arts of filmmaking, let's have another activity. Activity 3, it is entitled Choose It, Act It. Can you read again?
All you have to do is choose particular scene from your favorite movie and act it with her in front. You will also act as the props and the sound effects of that scene will be up to you.
Okay. In the direction, it is said that you will choose a particular scene from your favorite movie and you will act it here in front. This will be a grouping. You will have the same group from the earlier. You have 3 groups, right? Okay. Now again, you will be graded you will be graded in performance 10 points, participation 10 points, and organization 10 points with a total of 30 points. You have 30 minutes to do this. You may proceed now to your grouping.
Group activity.
Daniel pati.
Ang direction ay clear.
Baka Daniel to.
Okay, are you ready?
Hindi po.
Let's
Kaya
go.
ang haba ng aking namin.
Powerful, no?
Oo.
Okay, let's start. With what? Let's start
Sir, hindi ako pero ako
with what? We start na?
Nilagay mo na yung time.
Tapos doon sa may concert ko sa third birthday.
Mas masaya sa TV niya.
Ready na?
Ano ba ang tanong?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, action!
Kapalit-palit mo ako.
Paano ba?
Wala din.
Okay, take two. 1, 2, 3, action.
Sabihin mo asahan, saan ba? Palit-palit ba?
Hindi ganon.
Then why?
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, group 3, are you ready?
Ba't kayo mo?
Yes.
Game.
Go, go.
Sige na.
Mga nasa
Yung pala sa mura? Chip.
Paano ulit? Wala si Ter.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, action!
Hindi ikaw si Celine. And you will never be Celine.
Oo, hindi ako si Celine. Pero baka naman ako. Parang nandito yung mga taong nagmamahal sa'yo.
Pwede na, paliw ka. Parang ako pinapalood na. Pwede na, pangit.
Okay, group. Last one.
Okay na. After mo na. Yeah.
Three, two, one, action!
What is your problem? You're beyond bad friend, now you're a bad friend to me. It's all your personality.
Why? Because I once said that instead to you bitch. And
So good.
about boy, who literal student opposite as well than nice.
Literally the lowest point pa natin. That makes you work fucking. Ikaw.
Many ever since I have met you, talk about this yourself, your boy, whatever the purpose. Unique is you, important, sorry, I'm no longer interested.
Okay, thank you for your wonderful performances. For the group 1, in the performance, I give them 8 points. In the organization, 8 points. And for the participation is 10 points with a total of 26 points. Okay, for group 2, in the performance, I give them 7 points. In the organization, I give them 8 points. And the participation is 10 points with a total of 25 points. And for the last group, group 3, in the performance, I give them 9 points. The organization, I give them 9 points. And in the participation, I give them 10 points with a total of 28 points. Okay.
Strong.
Now that you have understood our lesson, I would like to ask some questions. If you are given a chance to be a filmmaker, what kind of movies will you make and why? Again, if you are given a chance to be a filmmaker, what kind of movies will you make and why? Would you like to answer, Miss Micaela?
Ano yung title ko ng movie?
No, kahit general lang talaga. Horror, fantasy, romance, gano'n.
Yung nangyayari ko sa akin.
Sige ikaw, Miss Alison.
Parang pag-sulat ko ng movie ko is yung nangyayari sa akin na experience.
Okay. Kung daw si Miss Allison, ang gagawin daw niyang premise yung nangyayari sa kanyang, yung totoong nangyayari sa inyong buhay. Sa buhay mo. Okay. Who else, Miss Edson? Would you like to answer?
If I would be given a chance to be a filmmaker, I'd rather choose to have a movie about the current situation wherein we are suffering a crisis due to pandemic.
Okay, what a nice concept. She likes to make a movie about the happenings in our country, which is the pandemic. Next question. How does filmmaking still important in today's industry? How does filmmaking still important in today's industry? Yes.
Mahalaga po yung filmmaking sa ating industry para kunyari po yung mga legends po. Para malaman natin yung mga legends tapos para malibang din po tayo.
Okay, that's right. So, importante pa rin sa atin na
Hindi ka na sa
paggawa ng movies ngayon kasi it is one way on how we can entertain ourselves in everyday living. Like, di ba, syempre pwede naman kayo manood siguro ng films, right? K-drama, alam ko sa inyo, manood kayo ng mga K-drama, ng mga English movies, Filipino movies, which keeps you entertained, right? Okay. I'm glad that you have answered all my questions. Now let's have a short recap. Who can define what is film? Yes, Miss Edson?
Ang tawag po natin sa film ay motion pictures.
Yes.
Wherein a film is being done or being created with an organization wherein they are collaborating with each other, and then by means of which involves acting, cinematography, the editors, the productions, and as well as the film editing.
Okay, thank you. That's right. Film is a motion of pictures that brings our industry into another level and makes us and again, what are the numerous allied art forms of filmmaking? Who can enumerate? Yes, Mr. Rico?
Cinematography, acting, editing, production, and set design.
Okay. Now I'm glad that you have really understood our lesson for today. And since naintindihan niyo naman yung lesson for today, we will be having a short quiz. Pass. Okay. You may now start answering.
Hindi ko na isip ko na sa record. Para ka-invite ko lagi sa
Are you done?
Yep.
Okay, last 3 minutes. Last 2 minutes. Okay, time's up. Exchange your papers. Let's see. Number 1, can you read? Here you go.
There was a open now. They are the one capable of handling the camera and other devices using it. They must have wide knowledge and skills in terms of camera.
Okay, what is the answer?
Cinematography.
Okay, that's right. For number 1, the answer is cinematography. Number 2, Miss Alison.
This has the idea of how your film will become.
Okay, what's the answer?
Film director.
Okay, that's right. Number 2 is film directing. Number 3.
She is responsible for giving life to the written work of actor.
Okay. Actor or actresses for number 3. Number 4, si Bella.
He is the one who selects and chooses the precise section of the making which is the part of the movie.
Okay, what did you say?
Sorry, I didn't know.
Okay, that's right. For number 4, the answer is editing. Number 5, last one, Miss Edsel.
This was assigned the location, scenery, sets, lighting, costumes, and props.
Okay, what's the answer?
Production or set design.
That's right. They are the one who's capable for location, scenery, lighting, and costume. Okay, hugot 5. Wow, very good. Hugot 4. 3. Ay, ikaw din ako. Okay, relevant to the theme, 40 points, creativity, 30 points, originality, 20 points, and overall presentation is 10 points. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Class